It was New Year's Eve, and my wife and I had a date to watch the first snow. I left work early to prepare a hot meal. I was waiting excitedly for Diana to come home when the phone rang. Liam, I have to work late, sorry. Before I could even ask a question, the line went dead. Snowflakes were dancing outside the window, but I braved the storm to bring her dinner anyway. As soon as I parked, a flash of bright red caught my eye. It was Diana, my wife of 5 years who never lifted a finger for housework, building a snowman. A man named Leo was holding her affectionately, taking a picture of her next to it. Hot soup spilled all over the car, the rich aroma filling the air. In that moment, I saw everything clearly. I pushed the door open, got out, and told her I wanted a divorce. Liam, are you out of your mind? You want to divorce me? The joy on Diana's face vanished in an instant. It was replaced by boundless fury. Yes, you heard me right. I want a divorce. Leo stood to the side with his arms crossed, watching me with an expression that said he was looking at a clown. Is this really just because I didn't watch the first snow with you tonight? Do you have to be like this? Diana looked at me, bewildered. It was my fault for canceling, but you shouldn't be so childish. All right, Liam, don't be mad. I'll watch the second snow with you, Diana said, blinking her eyes and trying to charm me. In the past, that would have been enough to make me forgive her. But seeing Leo standing beside her, I remembered the anonymous email I'd received a month ago. My fist clenched. I don't care anymore. Watch it with whoever you want. I'm filing for divorce. A courier delivered the divorce papers I had summoned. I signed my name and handed them to her. Sign it. Diana's eyes widened, and she ripped the papers to shreds. Liam, you've completely lost it. Why are you pushing things this far? Whatever you're unhappy about, I can explain. I pointed at the snowman. It's because of the snowman you built with your own hands. Leo stared at me as if I were a complete moron. Diana, after all your searching, this is the kind of man you married? He sneered. He's throwing a fit over a snowman. It's true what they say. The more useless the man, the bigger the ego. Staring at Leo's contemptuous face, I let out a cold laugh. If it weren't for this snowman, I could have kept putting up with it. But since she built it with her own 2 hands, divorce is my only option. A completely bewildered Diana began to sob. Liam, do you even have a heart? I'm working overtime on New Year's Eve just so we can have a better life, and you want to divorce me over a snowman. Diana, ignore him. A kept man like him has too much time on his hands, Leo said, making a scene over a single snowman. He wants a divorce? Fine, call his bluff. How is a man pushing 40 going to survive without you? Leo's eyes were filled with utter disgust for me. And it was true. After marrying Diana, I had quit my job to be a stay-at-home husband and take care of our family. I've been out of the workforce for years, with no income of my own, living like a parasite on Diana's success. If I hadn't seen this snowman tonight, that anonymous email alone wouldn't have been enough to push me to this point. But now, the moment I saw that snowman, I knew I couldn't keep choking down this lie of a life. You don't need to worry about how I'll get by, I said. She just needs to sign the papers. I signed a fresh set of papers the courier had brought. Diana read every word. Liam, you'd really leave with nothing just to get this divorce? What is the real reason? Is it just about this snowman? Tears welled in her eyes, her voice laced with disbelief. You heard me right, I said. It's because of the snowman. What's wrong with the snowman? She asked. I know I promised to watch the first snow with you, but I had to work. When I finished, I ran into Leo, and we just built a snowman together. That's all. Her weak, pale excuses were grating on my nerves. I looked at that ugly, misshapen snowman, and a weight settled in my chest, making it hard to breathe. Don't bother explaining. Just sign the papers. It's better for both of us. The snow was coming down harder now, and the streets were filling with people out to celebrate the new year. Liam, please, stop being so unreasonable. Just tell me what I did wrong. I'll change, I promise. She grabbed my arm, and I shoved her away, sending her stumbling to the ground. Leo rushed to help her up, looking pained. Liam, you goddamn freeloader. Diana has taken care of you, given you everything for 5 years, and this is how you repay her. His shouting and Diana's crying started to draw a crowd, and I recognized many of them as her colleagues. My God, isn't that Diana Hayes, the director? I heard her husband wants to divorce her over a snowman. That can't be right. Her husband adores her. He brings her dinner every time she works late. He's a kept man, basically a butler. Bringing her food is the only thing he's good for. The malicious whispers reached my ears, and the biting wind cut at my neck. But I couldn't feel the cold at all. Just sign it, I urged, thinking of the 5 years we'd spent together. Sign it before this gets any bigger, and while I'm still willing to let this go. It's better for both of us. I was offering to walk away with nothing. No, I won't sign it, she declared. Liam, you're being so dramatic. All I did was build a snowman with Leo instead of watching the snow with you. And for that you want a divorce? Tell me the truth. Is there someone else? Is that why you're doing this now? Her eyes were wide, tears staining her cheeks, her face a mask of wronged innocence. Instantly, the whispers from the crowd grew louder. It kept man cheating? Director Hayes must be right. Look how guilty he looks. He's definitely got someone else lined up. Why else would he blow up his life over a snowman? Unbelievable. What a scumbag. I'm putting this online. Diana's office was in a busy commercial district, packed with people for New Year's Eve. My reason for the divorce sounded so ridiculous that several people, eager to defend her, started live streaming the scene on TikTok. The hashtag #KeptManScumbag started trending. The caption read, "Wants divorce because his wife built a snowman." As it climbed the charts, Diana's tears flowed even faster. "Liam, even if what they're saying is true," she said, putting on a magnanimous air, "as long as you break it off with her, I can forgive you." Looking at her noble act, I just felt sick. Diana is already being so generous. How can you not be satisfied? Leo yelled, holding a devastated Diana in his arms. "They're right to call you out, Liam. You're not a man at all." I pointed from the signed divorce papers to the pristine white snowman. "This divorce is happening," I said, "and the reason why is right inside that snowman." "Liam, I've already offered to forgive you. Are you really going to force me to sign?" Diana pleaded. "Tell me, who is she? What does she have that I don't? I have loved you for 5 years. For 5 years. I've spent every single holiday with you. Tonight is the only time I've ever canceled on you, and it was for work. You have no right to threaten me with divorce over this." Her words hit the crowd like a bomb. "I've never seen a man play the victim like this," someone shouted, throwing a tantrum just because she had to miss one New Year's Eve. "Just divorce him then, Diana. What are you afraid of?" An angry voice cut through the noise. It was her best friend, Monica. "Monica, please talk to Liam. He's insisting on a divorce." Monica shot me a look of pure disgust, as if she wanted to tear me apart with her bare hands. "Diana, he's a scumbag. Why are you trying to hold on to him?" she said, turning to me. "Liam, do you have any shame? Diana has been nothing but good to you. Besides the thousands she gives you every month, she brings you gifts from every business trip and has me buy you luxury items for every holiday." Hearing this, my eyes went wide. Since we got married, the only gift Diana had ever given me were my plain wedding band and one ordinary pair of sneakers. As if afraid people wouldn't believe her, Monica pulled out a printed list of expenses. "Monica, don't," Diana pleaded, but there was no stopping her friend, who was furious on her behalf. "Open your damn eyes and look. Every single one of these gifts was handpicked for you by Diana." There were 108 items on the list, ranging from everyday items to high-end men's luxury brands. I had never seen a single one of them. A flicker of panic crossed Diana's eyes, gone so fast, I almost missed it. "Monica, that's enough. Stop. Liam isn't a materialistic person. This is just a misunderstanding between us. We can handle it. Don't worry." Her rushed tone was filled with anxiety, but the crowd took it as her defending me. Another one of her friends in the crowd chimed in. "You ungrateful bastard. Just last week, Monica asked me to pick up a set of lingerie for her to give you for New Year's Eve." I didn't hear the rest of what she said. My head was buzzing. So the snowman was just the beginning. The anonymous photo hadn't been a lie. The real main event of the evening was hidden inside that snowman. "Monica, shut up." Diana's lips trembled as she tried to silence her friend. But it was too late. Monica, determined to prove her point, pulled up her iMessage history with Diana. She showed everyone a message from Diana that read, "Monica, these are his favorites. And make sure the gift boxes are engraved with 'To my beloved LB.'" A picture of some very revealing lingerie appeared on the screen. In all our years of marriage, I'd never seen her wear anything like it. Whenever we were intimate, no matter how hard I tried to please her, she always seemed to be just going through the motions. I'd always blamed it on her being exhausted from work. I never imagined she was buying lingerie in my name that was never meant for me. "Are you sure all of these gifts, including this one, were for me?" My question stunned Monica. She glared at me, her expression hardening. "Liam, you act like such a saint. What now? Are you going to start slinging mud at Diana?" she demanded. "I've known her for 10 years. I know what kind of person she is." I laughed coldly. "Then I'm afraid she's about to disappoint you. I've never seen a single one of those 108 gifts. And as for that lingerie," Monica cut me off. "You're lying, Liam. Who else could LB be but you? Diana gave you her whole heart. How can you do this to her?" The list of 108 gifts went viral on Twitter. In an instant, public opinion shifted. I was no longer just a man playing the victim. I was a shameless, ungrateful leech. This guy is the worst. He's being completely taken care of, and he still throws tantrums. Even 108 gifts can't make this washed-up 40-year-old happy. I feel so bad for Diana. She should divorce him. I'd date her in a heartbeat. I looked at a panicked Diana, an enraged Monica, and a smug Leo. Then I kicked the ugly snowman, shattering it. You asked me why I'm so insistent on this divorce, I said. Here's your answer. A beautifully wrapped gift box was revealed inside the snowman's torso. Diana's jaw dropped. Impossible, she whispered. How'd that get there? Monica pointed at the box. Liam, that's the surprise Diana had for you. She never lifts a finger at home, but she went out in the freezing cold to build you a snowman, all for a surprise. And you want to divorce her for it? A surprise for me? I asked. Monica, are you absolutely sure that LB stand for Liam Baker? Who else could it be? Before Monica could finish, Diana jumped in. Liam, I was planning to surprise you. I was going to call you as soon as the snowman was finished. I never thought you'd misunderstand like this. She had the panic in her eyes and picked up the beautiful box. Honey, Happy New Year. I bought it in the style you like. Go on, open it. I could see no sincerity in her eyes. I shoved the lid off the box. Don't disgust me with this trash. It's filthy. The lingerie inside was exposed. It was the exact same set from the anonymous photo. The crowd's condemnation of me grew even louder. Director Hayes is debasing herself to please him, and he just throws it back at her face. She spends all this money on him, buys him gifts. What does she even see in him? Diana quickly packed the lingerie back in a box and wiped away her crocodile tears. Liam, if you don't like this one, I can get another. Please, just don't be angry. Don't divorce me, okay? I looked down at her pathetic, pleading face. I pushed her hand away and picked up the lingerie. You picked it out yourself, I said. How could I possibly not like it? Since you've been so thoughtful, preparing so many gifts for me over the last 5 years. A freeloader like me should show some gratitude, right? So how about, in front of everyone, I give you a big gift in return? Diana's eyes widened in surprise, but a sweet smile played on her lips. Liam, I don't want any gifts. I just want you to promise you won't divorce me. She tore up another set of divorce papers. A heavy sigh escaped her, and her face relaxed in relief. I went to my car, opened the trunk, and pulled out the projector I brought. My original plan for tonight was to play a video I'd spent months making for her. But now, the thought of playing the content I was about to show gave me a grim sense of satisfaction. As the file finished transferring, a final flicker of the love I'd had for her for 5 years made me ask one last time. Diana, I'm giving you one last chance. Agree to the divorce, and I won't play this. She just shook her head firmly. I sighed. I gave you a chance. You can't blame me for what comes next. The moment I hit play, a link to a cloud drive appeared on the screen. Liam, Diana asked, is it the video you made for me? 10 days ago, I told her I'd compiled all of our most meaningful moments from the past 5 years into a video. I had planned to watch it with her tonight, to reminisce before telling her I wanted to finally have the real wedding ceremony we never got. On our wedding day, there was a sudden emergency at her company. She took off her wedding dress and rushed to Denver to deal with it. I stood there and went through the motions alone. She didn't come back for 20 days. When she finally did, she looked exhausted, her eyes full of guilt. Liam, I'm so sorry, she'd said. I just couldn't get away from work. I knew how hard she worked, so I let it go. I kept trying to create new special moments for us, to make up for the ones we'd missed. But every time I planned something, she would cancel. I always thought it was just bad luck. Until this year, I confirmed with her weeks in advance. I planned everything perfectly, and then one text about working late destroyed 5 years of accumulated hope. The moment I saw that snowman, all that disappointment finally erupted. If we could never have the wedding we missed, then I didn't want the woman who had been defiled to eat. When I clicked the link, I saw Leo's eyes light up for a second. The first image appeared on the screen, and Diana was horrified. Where did you get that? She panicked and lunged for the remote. What's the matter? I said, holding it out of her reach. Did you really think you could lie to me for 5 years, and I never find out? The video quality was poor, but it was clear enough. It showed Diana on our wedding day, dropping her suitcase and running to embrace a man on a rooftop. Don't worry, I'm here now, her voice said. Even though I married him, I don't love him. I only did it to get my parents off my back. Monica stared at the screen, her mouth agape. Liam, you monster. You're using a deep fake to frame her. Is it fake? I asked. Take a closer look. You don't recognize it? The person who sent me the email was smart. They wanted to provoke me without fully revealing themselves. But I recognized the man's back. I'd seen it 1,000 times in the oil painting that hung in Diana's home office. The moment I got out of the car tonight, I knew it was him. My wife's true love wasn't far away at all. He was right here. I don't know him, Monica insisted. Neither of us knows anyone who looks like that. The crowd was stirring. starting to wonder if Diana had been cheating. Monica doubled down. It's fake. This is obviously Liam trying to frame her. Diana is the most loyal person I know. She would never, ever cheat. Oh yes, she's very loyal, I said. So loyal that every single year, on our wedding anniversary, she'd have a work emergency that required her to fly to Denver. After I first saw the contents of that link, I'd held onto a sliver of hope and checked her travel records for the past 5 years. Every trip to Denver ended at the same address, a 2-bedroom apartment she kept for him. 147 round trips to see one man over 5 years. I've never met anyone more dedicated. That's slander, Liam. Diana shrieked, her composure finally breaking. You just want a divorce, fine. Give me the papers, I'll sign. The innocent facade was gone, replaced by pure rage. You want a divorce? Fine, she commanded. But you're the one who will walk away with nothing. Is that a joke? She scoffed. You, a man I've supported for 5 years, are telling me to leave with nothing? Liam, are you insane? Everyone in the crowd seemed to agree with her. It was true. I'd been a stay-at-home husband for 5 years. But the year we got married, her company was on the verge of bankruptcy. I was the one who sold 10 of my tech patents, raising $2 million to save it. Not only that, but while she was flying off to Denver to be with her secret lover, I was the one solving the company's biggest technical challenges. I was the one who used my personal connections to recruit her entire core team. Diana, you know damn well who's responsible for the company's success, I said. So my demand that you walk away with nothing is not the least bit unreasonable. You want the divorce? Sign this new agreement, and I won't play the rest of the videos. Diana's brow furrowed, her lip trembling. I could see her weighing her options. No way, Leo interjected, his face a mask of self-righteousness. Diana gave everything for this company. A freeloader like you has no right to take it. Is that so? I replied. Then I guess we'll just keep watching. The next video showed a noisy karaoke bar with a drunk Diana crooning a love song. Liam, you were spying on her? Monica shouted. How do you have video from our college reunion? It was just singing and drinking. I can promise you, nothing happened. Monica was still trying to defend her. That's what you could see, I said. What about the parts you couldn't? The scene cut to a cramped bathroom, where Diana was locked in a passionate kiss with a man. The person who sent me this was clever. They had muted the audio to hide any incriminating sounds. Liam, Diana hissed. Did you have me followed? The first video was just a hug. It didn't prove anything definitively. But this was undeniable. I can't believe that's Director Hayes. She always seems so professional. Maybe she was set up? It was a bar, after all. It could happen. Seizing on that sliver of hope, Diana began to plead. Liam, please, let me explain. It was an accident. Someone must have put something in my drink. I wasn't in my right mind. Besides, nothing actually happened between us. I laughed coldly. Really? You weren't conscious? Then how were you able to call out his name so clearly? I zoomed in on her face, her lips forming the name, clear as day on the giant screen. Wait a minute, someone in the crowd said. Is she saying Liam Baker? No, look again. She's saying LB. What the hell is going on? Who is LB? The crowd erupted in confusion. I glanced over at Leo. He was standing perfectly still in the shadows, as if waiting for me to play the final clip. Diana, sign the papers now, and I'll let you walk away with a shred of dignity. She reached for the agreement, but Leo snatched it from my hand and ripped it to pieces. Diana, are you just going to let him take it? Leo said, everything you've worked for these past 5 years, stolen by this freeloader. I can't, she stammered, but don't be afraid, he said, pulling her close. I'll be with you, no matter what. Watching their tragic lovers act, I unmuted the video. The moment the name became clear, Monica's jaw dropped. Leo, harder. Diana's breathless voice filled the air. Monica listened, her face a mask of disbelief. Monica, don't believe it. Leo must have faked the audio. You know we're inseparable at those reunions. This is fake. Diana explained frantically, but a shadow of doubt had already crossed Monica's face. A comment popped up on one of the live streams. I know that bar is downtown. My friend works there. I'm having him check the security footage for that date. Diana's face went sheet white. Diana, promise me this isn't real. The whole internet is watching. If Liam is framing you, I swear I will help you sue him for everything he's worth. Monica gripped her friend's shoulders, waiting for a denial. In Diana's hesitation, 10 years of friendship and trust crumbled. Monica stumbled backward. So LB really is Leo Barnes? Wow. So the husband is the real victim here. Fooled for all these years. Definitely. Look at the two of them. It's obvious now. The crowd finally understood, and sympathetic glances were cast my way. Whether it's him or not, we're about to find out, I said, playing the next file. It was a recording of a video call. Diana was on screen, excitedly telling Leo her plans for New Year's Eve. Leo, what time does your flight land on the 31st? I'll pick you up from the airport, she said. And did you like the surprise I got you for Christmas? Leo looked back at her, a lazy smile on his face. Of course. It was a night I'll never forget. But didn't your husband ask you to watch the first snow with him? On Christmas Day, as soon as the forecast called for snow on New Year's Eve, I had sent Diana a message. Now I knew why she didn't reply until the next morning. She had been with him. So what? It's not the first time I've stood him up, Diana said with a dismissive laugh that cut me to the core. Don't worry. I'll just make up an excuse and blow him off. And she had. On our wedding day, a day that should have been sacred, all it took was a single photo from Leo, looking down from a rooftop for her to abandon me in a hotel full of guests and fly to Denver. Don't you worry, Leo. You said you wanted to build a snowman with me, and this time, I'll make your wish come true. The video ended with Diana coyly blowing kisses at the screen before hanging up. I just picked Leo up from the airport to celebrate the new year. We built a snowman. Nothing physical happened. It doesn't count as cheating, she said, completely shameless. I just smiled. It seems you're determined to take this to the bitter end. Liam, since you clearly doubt my love for you, then a divorce is for the best, she said, changing tactics. But I will not be the one leaving with nothing. We've been married for 5 years. Even though you didn't work, I supported you. I won't force you to leave with nothing. There's $20,000 on this debit card. Sign the papers, and it's yours. I looked at the card she was waving in my face. She had spent hundreds of thousands on Leo over the past 5 years, and she thought 20 grand would be enough to buy my silence. If that's how she wanted to play it, then she couldn't blame me for what I did next. Diana, do you really think you hit it that well? Do you take me for a complete idiot? I asked. 5 years. And you expect me to believe nothing physical happened? I played the next file, security footage from a hotel in Denver. Leo looked shocked. After all, his only goal had been to provoke me into a fight with Diana, so we would divorce. He never intended for me to get my hands on concrete evidence. But he had underestimated me. I had everything. Every hotel check-in, in Denver and here at home, for the last 5 years. Every cent she had spent on him, far beyond those 108 gifts. I knew it all. Leo, I have to ask, I said as a new video played. For a grown man, you have a strange obsession with snowmen. The video was from Christmas Day. It showed Leo smearing Diana's body with white foam, dressing her up like a snowman. Diana, Leo's voice cooed in the video. If I can't have all of you, can you at least give me a snowman that looks just like you? As he touched her skin, she moaned. Leo, I'll only ever be yours. You don't need a substitute. Then she kissed him. Liam, you've invaded our privacy. This is illegal. I can sue you for this. Leo shouted, panicked, as the viewership on the live streams exploded. He tried to get me to turn off the projector. CcWei-story? With what money? The money Diana gives you. I shot back. You have the nerve to call me a kept man? You're the one who's been living off her for the last 5 years. I displayed all of her bank statements on the screen. A gasp went through the crowd. My God, the actual husband only got $2,000 a month, while the affair partner was getting checked for $30,000. Those 108 gifts were all for him. Look at his watch. It's on the list. So he's the real kept man. Faced with the crowd's judgment, Leo was completely shameless. He shot me a contemptuous look. Liam, Diana gave me that money because she wanted to. It's her company, her money. It has nothing to do with you. I snorted. Leo, I know exactly what your game is. You're the one who sent me that link from an anonymous offshore account, weren't you? You just wanted to provoke me. Diana froze. What? Leo sent you that link? That's impossible. Leo put on an innocent face. Diana, don't listen to him. Why would I ever film those things? Of course he would, I said. He needed blackmail material in case you ever decided to cut him off. You're lying. I did not. Leo shouted. Liam, stop trying to drive a wedge between us, Diana said. I've known Leo since we were kids. He would never do that. She took a deep breath. But since you found out, I might as well tell you the truth. I never loved you. My parents forced me to marry you, she confessed. If you had just kept quiet and played your part, I would have taken care of you for the rest of your life. But you're the one who demanded a divorce. You're the one who is framing Leo. Her eyes blazed with anger. In an instant, she had twisted the narrative, casting me, the victim, as the villain who was trying to tear two soulmates apart. But since you insist on being difficult, don't blame me for being blunt. I'll give you $150,000. Sign the papers and get out of my life. Her offer was so absurd, I could only laugh. The value I had brought to her and her company over the past 5 years was worth infinitely more than that. Diana, you're offering him too much, Leo chimed in. A butler isn't worth that kind of money. Leo was already acting like the man of the house, making decisions for her. I've told you my terms. You walk away with nothing, I repeated. Otherwise, I'll see you in court. Diana laughed coldly. You? A stay-at-home husband? What are you going to fight me with? Liam, I've been too good to you, and it's clearly made you delusional. With the $2 million of my money that started this company, I said, and with the controlling stake of the company that I hold. Ha ha ha, she cackled. You're insane. That money was a wedding gift, and you don't own a single share. It's true. There are no shares under my name, I admitted. But why don't you look up who the CEO of your largest shareholder, Summit Innovations, is? Diana quickly pulled up the company's registration details on her phone. William Baker, she read. What? Are you going to tell me he's your father? Her eyes dripped with sarcasm. Liam, take the money. It's enough for you to live on. To stop this. Staring at her mocking face, I made a call. A moment later, a man pushed his way through the crowd. It was William Baker. Liam, my boy, he said, just say the word, and your position at the company is waiting for you. Seeing the powerful CEO of Summit Innovations speaking to me with such deference, Diana was utterly stunned. But her shock was only just beginning. Impossible. This is impossible, she stammered. You're a stay-at-home husband. How do you know William Baker? I saw the fear creeping into her eyes. It seems you've forgotten where that $2 million came from. Didn't you get that from selling some useless patents? She asked dismissively, hearing her insult the patents that had earned his company hundreds of millions. Mr. Baker frowned. Diana Hayes, is it? Mr. Baker said, his voice cold. You truly have no judgment. You throw away a talent like Liam here to chase after a common gigolo. I bet you don't even know you're not the only wealthy woman he's stringing along. His words turned Diana to stone. Her hand trembled as she took the file his assistant handed her. It was filled with photos of Leo with a variety of other women. No, this is fake. Leo isn't like that, she whispered, looking to him for a denial. Diana, it's all fake, Leo said desperately. A man as powerful as Baker can easily fabricate photos to frame me. I swore to you, I only love you. His pathetic lies were enough to soothe her doubts. It doesn't matter if you believe the photos or not, I said. But do you know why he's so obsessed with snowmen? From the very first video, you should have realized that the person filming was right there with you. Realizing where I was going, Leo raised his voice. Diana, I swear I didn't send him that link. Liam is the one who doesn't trust you. If he trusted you, why would he hide his connection to Mr. Baker for all these years? You can't believe a word he says. He's a pathological liar. Diana's conviction began to waver. He filmed every single one of those videos, I continued, and he uploaded them all to a private, pay-per-view site. When I said that, Diana squeezed her eyes shut in pain. The snowman was a task he accepted. For completing it, he was promised a $200,000 bonus. I showed a final screenshot, Leo in a group chat, uploading the video of their Christmas encounter. Tears of pure regret streamed down Diana's face. Why? She asked, her voice a hoarse whisper. Why would you do this to me? She kept asking, but Leo, for once, had no excuse to give. I'll tell you why, I said. Because he has a gambling problem, and the money you gave him was never enough. He came here tonight to complete his task for the bonus money, and to finally push me to divorce you, so he could get his hands on the company. Diana, I don't. Leo roared. You know, I don't even play video games. How could I have a habit like that? But the evidence was irrefutable. The flashing lights of an approaching police car confirmed that everything I said was true. With a thud, Diana fell to her knees on the snowy ground, her face a mask of regret. I was wrong, Liam. I shouldn't have let him fool me, she cried. Liam, please, can you forgive me? I'll be the stay-at-home wife from now on. I'll take care of you. The company, it's all yours. Just don't divorce me. Why I didn't answer? She turned to Monica. Monica, please help me. After this, I can never show my face in public again. If we divorce, my parents will disown me. I'll have nothing. Monica shook her hand off in disgust. She looked at me. I am sorry, Liam. I was a terrible judge of character. I apologize for my behavior. With that, Monica turned and walked away without a backward glance. Out of options, Diana clutched her stomach. Liam, I'm pregnant, she sobbed. You always want a child. You wouldn't want your child to be born without a father, would you? I looked at her tear-stained face and gently removed her hand from my leg. Diana, you and I both know whose baby that is. Do you really think you can lie to me now? No, it can only be yours. I counted the days. It was that night we were together. From the back of the police car, Leo shouted, Impossible, Liam. Don't believe her. She told me herself she would never have your child. She took a pill every single time. Leo's words destroyed her last desperate lie. Believe me, Liam, she pleaded. That night, I just forgot. I didn't take it, and now I'm pregnant. Fine, I said. I'll give you one chance. I can arrange for an amniocentesis and a DNA test. If that test proves the child is mine, I will take responsibility for it. Diana hesitated. See? Even you know it's not mine, I said softly. Diana, I gave you so many chances, and you threw every single one away. Maybe I was too good to you for too long. You forgot that even the quietest man has his breaking point. After the police took Leo away, Diana was left sitting alone, weeping in the falling snow. I went home, packed my things, and was about to leave when she returned, looking completely broken. She was holding our marriage certificate. Liam, you can't leave me, she begged. You promised my parents you would take care of me for the rest of my life. You signed this. You can't go back on your word. She held out the certificate. I just smiled. I admit, that's my signature. But take a closer look. She glanced down, confused. The line for the bride's signature was blank. You seem to have forgotten, I said. You ran off to Denver because of one picture from Leo. You never signed it. This certificate isn't valid. I left the plain wedding band and the pair of sneakers she'd given me on the coffee table and walked out with my suitcase without looking back. After taking control of the company through Summit Innovations, I threw myself into my work. A year later, on New Year's Eve, after handing out the annual bonuses, I looked out my office window and saw Diana standing on the street below. It's snowing. It's snowing, she was shouting madly up at the building. I'll watch the first snow with you. We can build a snowman. Security guards were trying to move her along, but she wouldn't leave. Her parents had thrown her out. She'd ended up on the streets, lost the baby, and the trauma had broken her mind. Now, whenever it snowed, she would appear below my office and start shouting. But none of that had anything to do with me anymore. It was a new year, and I had new life.